Every day, 70,000 bags of Doritos are produced in free tool factories. Doritos are one of the best-selling snacks in the world, with annual sales exceeding $4 billion. But do you know how this product is made? In this video, you will see all the steps in the production of Doritos, from the selection of raw materials to the final packaging. Doritos were created by Art West, a marketing executive at Frito-Lay, in the 1960s. He discovered crispy tortillas in a local restaurant in San Diego, California. Taking advantage of a surplus of corn tortillas that were either broken or did not meet sales standards, he had the idea to cut them into triangles, fry them, and season them, thus creating the first Doritos. The word Dorito is actually derived from the Spanish word dorado, which means little pieces of gold. By 1988, Doritos had become the best-selling chip in the world, a trend that continues today with over 10 different flavors. Unlike regular potato chips, which are made from potatoes, Doritos are primarily made from corn flour. Corn cobs are carefully cut from the plants to ensure a clean cut and prevent damage to the kernels. The harvesting capacity is 140 tons per day, supplying the factory. The stalks are cut close to the ground, and the cobs are removed and loaded into a container. Once the container is full, the massive quantity is transferred to a truck, which heads directly to the factory, where the corn will be processed. The supplier cleans and dries the kernels, using vibrating sieves to remove dust, stones, and sand. Now, it is necessary to ensure that the moisture content of the kernels increases to 14%, which is crucial for the subsequent production process. Then, the grains are sent to the snack factory. This facility receives 45 tons of corn every day. The dried corn is transferred from large storage silos to a boiler where it is cooked in water, totaling more than 65 tons of raw material. The Frito-Lay factory is one of the largest snack producers in the world, capable of producing over 100,000 snack bags per day. The first step in making Doritos is cooking the corn before it is taken to the soaking tank. First, it is cooked in boilers with agitators at a temperature close to the boiling point. Then, it is transferred to 18 open tanks where it soaks for half a day. Each boiler contains about 300 kilos of corn and 90 liters of water. The corn is cooked at 93 degrees for about 4 minutes and then soaked for 12 hours. Once cooked, it is transferred to large tanks where it soaks overnight to soften the kernels. The soaking process allows the corn to absorb moisture and also helps remove the outer husk. The outer layer of the grain is filtered by a machine, leaving only the soft, hydrated corn. When the moisture content reaches 45% and the husks are soft and loose, the corn is sent to the snack factory. In this factory, the corn is ground and processed. The grains are cleaned, milled using rotating stones, and turned into dough. Water is added to the flour during the grinding process, creating a corn dough with the right consistency. 3 aspects of the dough are checked: moisture content, temperature, and grinding texture. The dough exits the mill through a nozzle, giving it the shape of a thin sheet. The final dough is fed between 2 metal rollers, which transform it into a continuous sheet. A third roller has the task of cutting the dough into individual triangular shapes. The sheet passes through rollers with triangular cutters on their surface, giving Doritos their characteristic shape. The machine can cut 6,000 individual chips per minute, totaling more than 8 million every 24 hours. These chips then move onto a conveyor belt that takes them to the next stage, the oven. Now it's time to toast these Doritos. They pass through an oven at 340 degrees. This is not just any oven, it has 3 levels and maintains a temperature of several hundred degrees. Doritos remain inside for only a few seconds to achieve the right texture, preventing them from drying out and sealing in moisture, which allows the characteristic bubbles to form. Although they stay in the oven for only 16 seconds, it's enough time to dry the dough, just enough to keep it from breaking when handled. The heat captures small pockets of moisture in the dough, creating tiny bubbles that give Doritos their irregular texture. The equipment then cools the chips on a series of conveyor belts and sends them to the fryer. This short interval also gives inspectors time to check for any burnt chips. A conveyor belt carries the Doritos to the fryer, where the oil is heated to 182 degrees. The chips take just 55 seconds to fry. This is where Doritos get their proper color and crispy texture. The bubbles in a finished Dorito are actually trapped air pockets created during the frying process. A conveyor belt removes the Doritos from the oil, allowing excess oil to drain back into the fryer. Next, the Doritos are transported to a special drum, where they are mixed with seasonings and flavor ingredients. The seasoning is introduced into the drum, with large bags of the mix being added at the top of the machine. This mix contains a secret blend of cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, spices, flavor enhancers like monosodium glutamate, and preservatives to extend the product's shelf life. Spray nozzles coat the chips with canola oil to ensure the surface is more adhesive, allowing the seasoning to stick. The drum evenly distributes the seasoning while the delicate chips tumble inside. They act as cushions, preventing breakage. The seasoned Doritos then take a long journey along a 30-meter conveyor belt to ensure they are completely cooled before being packaged. Once out of the drum, the Doritos move to the packaging department. Funnels guide them into different packaging machines. Each machine has 14 cube-shaped weighing scales. The Doritos are positioned and descend into the measuring machine, where a series of scoops precisely weigh a portion for a bag. When enough chips are measured for a bag, a gate opens and the snacks fall, while a machine simultaneously shapes a strip of aluminum and plastic into a package. The Doritos fall into the bag, which is immediately sealed and cut using thermal sealing. At the same time, the bottom of the next package is sealed. The packaging machine introduces nitrogen into the bag and seals it tightly, removing oxygen to prevent spoilage. This ensures that Doritos stay fresh for a long time, while also creating an air cushion that acts as a shock absorber to prevent breakage. And that was today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.